Hey guys, welcome back to Nations PvP. We're doing another ranking video. My last one's outdated because you can already tell from the British castle, things got changed. So yeah, some of the bases got updated, or they got completely revamped. So I'm going to be going through back from my old video to re-rank them, but I'm going to be ranking them in a different way. I'm going to be doing like a list, like worst to best. I'm not going to be doing that annoying point thing because that was overly complex. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Woohoo! Shoot, I forgot my parachute again! Okay, to nobody's surprise, last place is Canada, but they did my boy dirty. It used to be bigger than this. They made it smaller. Okay, so you already know they only have one weapon, which is the grenade launcher, which is the only grenade launcher in the map. But, like, seriously, they couldn't have done, like, the splatter gun or something. Like, the splatter gun's in the middle of the map. Like, I don't know how I feel about this being the special weapon you get. Like, yeah, it's cool, but, like, versus, it's a one-shot PvP game, versus, like, an AR or sniper, you're gonna get absolutely demolished. You can get shot at from almost every country except for, like, Germany, unless you're, like, over here and stuff. Russia can snipe you from, like, there. Japan has, like, can't really get you unless they get on the roof. Britain can get you anywhere. America can get you from that tower post. The only country you're safe from is from the new one we're talking about, which we're actually going to go to right now. Woohoo! So as y'all know, I kind of ranked the middle at its own separate base, quote unquote. But funny enough, they actually made it a base. It's the like the Middle East, I think. So yeah, they have 2 houses and some barricades. You know, like you can enter through here, and they got like a little pistol in here. You know, just a good basic starter weapon. They also got a pistol right here, so you can, if you jump from the plane, go down here, then you run over here, boom, you instantly got dual pistols, which is a pretty good combo. Got a grenade right there. We got ourselves a shotgun. Got a crossbow. Shotgun over there. And then if you go into here, you also have a sniper, which I don't get why there's a sniper here. This isn't a really good sniping position. You can't even, I don't even think you can get on the roof. Can you? I'm gonna try and, I don't think you can, unless you jump from the plane maybe, but I'm too lazy to try that out. Y'all have this little hidey area, so you can enter through 2 different ways, or like hide it over here. Then you got this middle post, which isn't really important, it's just like the center of the map. So my opinion on this map, obviously it's the second worst. It's way better than Canada, because it actually has weapons that are good at a one-shot PvP game, unlike the grenade launcher. However, the issue is that it's directly in the middle of the map. So, meaning that literally every country except for, like, Canada can get you. Maybe Canada can get you if they're, like, at their, like, right where that little nose point is, right there. Maybe. And also, there's not a lot of fortress, so, like, if you're going to be camping out here, you're going to need a small team. And besides that, you're directly under the spawn. So, like, even if you have a good defense, there's just going to be endless streams of people, and plus you're going to get called a spawn camper, and nobody likes that. So, yeah. This base is good for, like, just starting weapons, but I wouldn't make a permanent base out of this. Alright, next base. Directly from this way from the Middle East, we got Japan. Japan's just a relatively small, simple base. We got a grenade and an AR at the front. Got a pistol on the ground. It's kind of the same layout as the old base, just with like a fresh coat of paint. You got a sword. Gotta get our chicken sword. But what's new is that they added another sniper and another AR, which is actually pretty good. The only issue is they put the throne directly in front of this window, which means anyone from the Middle East can snipe you. And if you're right here, literally every country could get you. Maybe not Russia. Russia's a maybe. But besides that, but you can exit the roof through here and kind of chill on the roof. So what sucks is you can't really get on top roof, like up there. You can only stay on this lower level. But if you need to make like a quick escape out the window, you can quickly run out and come from back here, which I think is pretty good. It's good for escaping, but as a base itself, it's alright. It doesn't have any, like, defenses besides this front wall right here, which is basically going to cover nothing from freaking snipers from all these countries. The stairs are pretty defense. You can hide behind it. Like, you can hide right there and, like, pew pew pew. But the door can't close, so you constantly have an open door for any intruders to just volley their way in. And then the windows to get sniped from. So Japan isn't the worst, though it's not bad. It's just the other bases, in my opinion, are better. Alright, so the next base is the Great Britain, the UK. Got a huge revamp. Nothing much really changed, though. So we got a shotgun out front as per normal. Then we got that AR, so that hasn't changed. You got these big cylinders, which lead to nowhere. You got over here, but you still have your pistol and wand, thank goodness. However, the spiral up is a little different. Nothing much. However, they added this little section up here, which they added another AR. Like a standing post where you can shoot from. And this ladders, which I think is a nice touch. Doesn't really change much about the base, though. Besides, like, defense, of course. And then you come up here, and it's circle instead of square, which it's whatever. But you have more cover with these, like, little things, because you have, like, this small gap. The sniper still isn't the most optimal. Like, you can snipe out of here. You can literally snipe. This is the tallest, or one of the tallest points, tied with Germany, I think. Or maybe a little below Germany. Like, one of the tallest points in the map. So if you have a sniper and you're up here, you can basically shoot anyone. Like, you can't really shoot, like, the mic at America. But you can shoot all the watchtowers and some of the windows. Germany, you can, like, shoot the towers. That's about it. Russia, you can kind of shoot, like, in there, the tower. Middle East, you can kind of just get everywhere. Canada's just cooked. Like, Canada's out of the open over there. And then Japan, like I mentioned earlier, you have that window that you can shoot through. You can't really hit the throne tower from here, but, like, you have a perfect angle to the window. But yeah, the Great Britain base didn't change much, except for, like, looks and, a few extra weapons, I think. I could be wrong. I think that AR is new, but that's about it. They added one new weapon and a new spot up here. That's about it. So yeah, it's a lot more defended from, like, America, because, like, you have this huge pillar and all this wall in front of them. And a bit from Germany as well. But it doesn't really get affected by Russia and Japan, because they're probably just going to be shooting from, like, they're going to be shooting, like, this angle. So the tower's, like, not much of a worry for them, in my opinion. I know I'm just, like, blabbling a bunch of nonsense, but, you know, I need to find any reason I can to hate on the UK. That's a joke, by the way. Don't take that seriously. I love you, British people. Next base. Alright, next base. And we're at the Titan, Germany. So, immediately, no gates. Just straight open door. However, you have a shotgun right here. I mean, you can block the door like that, but, you know, might not always work. You also got an AR back there, which is nice. Got the skull, which you got a pistol in front of. You can actually write text on the board, which that's a little neat detail. Doesn't really help much in defense. You got two bathrooms you can hide in, and that's about it. I don't think there's anything in the lockers. Yeah, there's nothing in the lockers. I didn't think there was. In here, you're loaded, though. AR, shotgun, pistol, mine, and grenade. And a pistol up here. So, in terms of weapons and stuff to trap with, you're loaded. Especially if you go to Russia first. Because, spoiler, if you want to skip this, skip 10 seconds. But they have a landmine at their base as well, so you're able to get double landmines for traps. And up here, you have a sniper right over there, and I believe a sniper right there. Yeah. So 2 snipers, 2 ARs, 2 shotguns, like 3 pistols. This place has, like, tons of weapons. And there's a giant big wall that nobody's able to sorry, as of recording this, I was at work a lot, and I've been trying to drink water, and I think I'm a little down on that. Anyways, The only way someone's able to shoot you from when you're in Germany is when you're up here. And that's like all the bases except for Canada, really. But besides that, you have like no real cover besides these pillars. And these pillars really get in the way. And also, you're only able to block certain sides. Because if you're trying to block Russia, you're going to be open to all these other countries. And over here, if you try to block those ones, you're open to Japan and Russia. So, in reality, when you're trying to attack and snipe people, you're going to be wide open to counterattacks. Which is the main issue, and you can't really look over the ledge to protect the door that well. I mean, you can attack from afar very well. Germany does really well with attacking far, but attacking people up close, unless they have like an AR or something, if they're just relying on snipers, it's going to be a nightmare. Like, say this is a person. Like, hey, they're super close. Boop. But if they're like up close, you know, maybe leaning over, you might accidentally fall down. Stuff like that. Or you could just chill right here with like the spray gun, but like, we're not going to talk about that. So yeah, this is like one of the top 3 bases in my opinion. The top 3 can be interchangeable with whatever you guys think is the best. I just personally think Germany's not that good, because every time someone talks about Germany, like, they have a Germany base, every time I play this game, they always get taken over. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just, like, bad luck, or if it's, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it. Every time someone has a base in Germany, it gets taken over by the other, like, top 2 bases. Anyways, let's go to number 2. Okay, once I say what number 2 is, you're already going to know what number 1 is, but I don't care. Number 2 is Russia. So Russia has not been changed, similar to Germany in this update. They've stayed the same. It still has those 3 houses, that, and that little spot right there. I think they might have fixed that one glitch in the corner. I forget what it was, but it was like a climbing glitch. But yeah, look through these houses, you got one singular grenade, a shotgun, and that's about it for the surrounding houses. You're not going to find much in those. In here, however, find an AR, which, that's pretty good. ARs are pretty good in this game. Nothing up here. And then you got a sniper right there. And then you have that landmine I was talking about. And I'm going to count that AR as, like, outside of the base. I know it's, like, right next to it, but if that was the case, I would have added the splatter gun to Germany. So, and then you got a pistol right there. The neat thing is why I think this is a top 2 base, second place, is because of that door. Because it's so much easier to defend intruders if you have a completely closed door. Because what are they going to do? Glitch through it? No. Now, the one big issue is this parkour course. Now, normally people would just do the parkour course to sneak into the base. However, we got a landmine. So all you gotta do is, like... Oh. Whoopsie. All you gotta do is, like... that. And the parkour basically becomes impossible. It basically becomes impossible to invade. Because unless you shoot that, you're not getting in. And besides, there's probably going to be like a guard. There could be like a guard right here. But that's just like assuming you have a guard. I'm not going to put that into consideration for the ranking. I'm only putting the landmine in consideration for the ranking. And the chair is actually in a good position because nobody can kill you unless they get in the base. Or if that door is wide open, someone like somehow snipes you, but that's not likely. The only places where you could really get sniped is right here by, like, the British and Germany. Definitely the British, right, like, there. They got, like, a perfect site. Germany, not really. Maybe, like, peeking out if it's, like, that small gap, but mostly Great Britain. And up here, you can get sniped by, like, yeah, basically almost everyone but, like, the Middle East. So, yeah, Russia's really good in terms of, like, just defense. But the area it lacks in is weapons. That's why I made Germany top 3, is because of how many weapons they have. Like, the amount of weapons Germany has out-trumps probably both the top 2 bases, maybe. But definitely Russia. They're good at more defense, not offense. Okay, time to number 1. You already know what it is. Okay, to nobody's surprise, America's #1. Yet again, I'm not going to count this as in the base. It's outside of the base, and there's no, like, stands. The reason I counted that shotgun as and the AR as a part of those is because they had that barrier right there, which is like a defense, and I'm counting that as part of the base. America doesn't have that right there, so I'm not counting that ARs in the base. So, yeah, let's go. So, America has the same thing, closing door. You can open or close it. You got a pistol. You got a landmine right there, actually. Third base with a landmine. I completely forgot they had a landmine, low-key. Got another crossbow, which is actually new, I believe. So it used to only be one crossbow in the game, now there's two. And a sniper. And I don't believe there's anything in that tower. But I could be wrong, I'll double check. There's a grenade right there, always good. There's nothing really, there's a shotgun in here, but other than that, this is more just a hangout room or hide behind the couch room. Got the AR right there, and then the mic. The mic is a bit of a problematic place because Germany can just barely snipe you. But besides that, nothing else can really snipe you. While you're right here, the UK could maybe snipe you. Maybe. Now, the neat thing about America is that the door is based off a timer. Which means after a certain amount of time, the door will automatically open. Meaning you can't camp it. Well, why is this a top #1 placement, if you may ask? Well, #1, I said this was interchangeable, so if you don't think it's #1, that's fine. However, the reason I said that is they got rid of the rope. Yeah, you know how in my earlier ranking, like my first one, that Russia had that and America had that rope? Yeah, America's rope is gone. They just got rid of it because of the whole gate system. However, the thing with the gate system, it's very easy to close again. Like, I'm gonna wait the full minute, 45 seconds, and like, I'll show you it. Like, I'll just yap before that. But, yeah. Literally, this is like the hardest base to get into now. Because all you have to do is click close gate. Literally as soon as the timer runs out. That's basically it. I mean, yeah, it's more like management and thinking about it, but they have way more weapons than Russia, and no entry points to get into. If they kept the rope right there, I would have probably made America second place, because, you know, you'd have the door and the rope to worry about, but now it's just the door. So, yeah. And America can snipe so many countries. They can get the top of the UK. They have a perfect lined-up shot for the Japanese tower. They got that tower. Oh my gosh. I meant window. Middle East, no issue. Germany, no issue. The only one they can get is like Canada, unless they're over there. They can only get Canada if they're in this little base right here. That's about it. And basically, Germany, Russia, Japan, Great Britain can only really snipe the top of the towers. Germany can kind of snipe into like that little presidential office. I forgot to mention that was Germany. Being one of the only bases to be able to get into that little presidential office thing right there. From like that one, I believe. Maybe that one. And then maybe that one. But yeah, see, look. Oh no, the gate's opened. Literally just immediately closed it. So unless there's like a hooligan waiting directly outside your base, no one's getting in. And what's even worse is you get a landmine. So theoretically, you can put a landmine in front of your base, like you can put it right there. Someone rushes in, they're gonna get demolished by the landmine. So yeah, this is the best base. Definitely for defense and for weapons, because you get a big variety, you get what you like, and yeah, there's only really one spot you're in immediate danger, unless there's someone from the British, like, raining sniper bullets down at you. So yeah, that's America. Alrighty, thank you for watching this revamped video. It's probably a bit shorter than my other ones, thank goodness. Like and subscribe. If you want more solo videos with just me in it, let me know. I would not mind doing more solo videos. They're pretty fun, and